1,000 Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words podcast. It's your girl Nelly Nell.
And this your girl Nay. What it do, boo?
That's right. And let's see, what do we start with today? I would say drinks, but it doesn't look like any one of us is drinking. It's so cold here. I just got back, audience. I just literally landed like 2 hours ago back in New York, and it's like 30 something degrees. And so I think tonight I will be sipping on some hot cocoa. Okay. I mean, in theory, I can toss in a little wine in there, but I don't think I will because I have to work tomorrow. But anyways, yeah. So just came back from visiting you guys for Thanksgiving. And how was it this year? Because it was a little bit strange because Terrence wasn't there and neither was his friends. But I think it was fun, especially the karaoke night. And that day I didn't even want, which was, what was that, Friday night? I didn't even want to, I was so like worn out from everything. Like I don't know why, but I'm such a homebody now. I literally want to lay around all day, every day. And so I was just so worn out and I didn't feel like doing karaoke, but once we did it was so much fun. I had a really good time.
And you got first place.
Oh, yes, of course. I won first place with Whitney Houston, danced with somebody, and I showed out, people. I showed out. Okay.
Yeah, you did. It was quite entertaining.
Thanks. So yeah, Thanksgiving was good. All the food and stuff was good. And yeah, playing board games and stuff like that. So it was really, really good. We forgot to take a family picture. I don't know why, but we normally take a group shot. We forgot to take a group shot on Thanksgiving. But anyways, yeah, so I don't have any weekend plans. Wait, actually I do. I am going to a going away dinner for Monica, my friend. She's actually moving back to Florida on Sunday, December 5th. So Saturday, December 4th, we are having a going away dinner for her. So yeah, hopefully that's the only thing I have to do this weekend.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, this weekend was very fun. I'm looking forward to next year, our annual
karaoke competition.
Fletcher
Walker.
Yeah, because I already know what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna get an outfit together, and I'm
gonna
be ready this year. Okay, because I didn't place this year.
No, you did not.
I'm gonna place next year. Okay. Thank you.
The strategy is, since the judges are the kids, the judges was our nieces and nephews and kids or whatever. So you have to pick a song that they know. I had no idea that they knew the Whitney Houston song. I literally picked that song at the last second.
Yeah. But they don't know this song because they too young, but it's a hype song.
Okay.
And I can't wait to put it all together. I can't wait. I'm gonna get first place next year.
Okay, we will be tuned in for that. We will be posting all the videos for you guys to see. And so yeah, so let's just do the weekly update. We have a lot, so let me get started. Corey Seager has agreed to a massive 10-year, $325 million deal with the Texas Rangers. I believe that's baseball. These baseball players be getting paid. Okay, 10 years for 325. That's insane. Kings fired head coach Luke Walton after a 6-11 start. Basketball, Sacramento Kings, and Luke Walton is a former player, so that sucks. Jim Harbaugh finally beats Ohio State for the first time in college football. The Alabama-Auburn game, which I think is called the Iron Bowl or something like that, went to 4 overtimes with Alabama winning by 24-22. Lincoln Riley is leaving Oklahoma to become the new head football coach at USC. Okay. The Bucks' Leonard Fournette scored 4 touchdowns in the Bucks' victory over the Colts. The Ravens beat the Browns. DeMarcus Cousins reportedly is going to sign with the Milwaukee Bucks. And finally, ending on a sad note, which is crazy, the Panthers running back McCaffrey is placed on IR for the second time in 2021, ending his season this year. And it is reportedly an ankle issue. So that's a hit to the Panthers, who lost yesterday to Miami and made you win your betting thing, right? You were the only winner yesterday, correct, Nay?
Yeah, I won my parlay bet that I bet with Jeff the Booker.
Jeff the Booker.
So I picked 4 teams. I picked the over in the Tampa Bay game, over 43 points. No, over in the Tampa Bay game. Then I picked the Patriots to win. No, let me back it up. Sorry. I picked Tampa Bay to win by more than 3. I picked the over in the Patriots game. They were playing some team that I thought was going to be good. I picked the over in the Rams game because they was playing Green Bay and both of them can score. And then I picked Miami by I gave them 1 point, but they killed them, so it didn't even matter.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was a crazy game, but yeah. And I think, we on Thanksgiving night, Cowboys lost, of course, but they still might win their division because their division sucks, and Philly just lost. So that's the only person that could have caught them. Yeah, they're gonna win their division with a 7-10 record. I'm putting it out there now because this is crazy. Anyway, let's get into our main topic, which is all about my boy LeBron James. Whew. It was so much. I kept getting so many news notifications about him over the past week. I'm like, what is going on with my boy? So what had happened was in the Pistons-Lakers game, LeBron and Isaiah Stewart were strapping to get a ball after a free throw, and LeBron hit Isaiah with the back of his fist and maybe his elbow, but we saw the back of the fist hit. Isaiah immediately falls to the ground. LeBron James immediately tries to apologize, and then Isaiah caused this whole scene, which delayed the game for a good 15 minutes.
15.
Whatever. Isaiah and LeBron got ejected from the game after the chaos. The Lakers go on to win the game. In a post interview, AD said all that from Isaiah was uncalled for. LeBron, I'm not done. We gonna get your commentary. LeBron James supposedly tried to get Isaiah's number to reach out to him and apologize. Isaiah received a 2-game suspension. LeBron got a 1-game suspension. LeBron, actually, the 1 game he was suspended was the game versus the Knicks at Madison Square Gardens. And everybody know LeBron's always show out at MSG. So that probably was they trying to sabotage my boy, but whatever. LeBron bounces back by scoring 39 points in his return game versus the Pacers. And then LeBron get fined $15,000 for an obscene gesture after he scored a 3-pointer in that Pacers game. Okay, he did the Sam Cassell's gesture, and we can talk about that more in a few minutes. Then the last is the Pistons and the Lakers played 3 games 3 days later, which was on Sunday, and the Lakers won that game as well. What are your thoughts on this whole situation? First with Isaiah, and then with him being fined the $15,000. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I mean, so I think anybody would have been upset if somebody.
One more thing. Sorry. Isaiah believes it was intentional. LeBron said it wasn't intentional. Go ahead.
Of course he's gonna say that. I think that if anybody hit anybody and that's just like almost kind of like a guy code thing. Like if you hit somebody and they start bleeding, of course the person that's bleeding gonna want to fight. So I don't want to hear nobody saying, "Oh, he was acting like an animal," or "Oh, he need to be professional." No, you hit me, I'm bleeding. Now we gotta fight. So whether you meant to or not, that's irrelevant to me. And I think that anybody that probably like that that boy, I think it was coming from like his eyelid or something. He was gushing out blood. It was like a murder scene out there on the court. But No, I'd have wanted to fight too. So I don't care about what he did. I think I think it was appropriate because you can't be hitting me and just say sorry and think I'm supposed to be like, oh, okay, man. No, I'm bleeding.
Go ahead, because this is crazy. Because first of all, I think he was also bleeding out the mouth, but I think he bit his own tongue, but whatever. First of all, if you watch the tape, he didn't start bleeding that badly. Of course, he was bleeding because it was a gash. He didn't start bleeding that badly until he started jumping around like a buffoon. Okay, so that's A. Second of all, so you're saying you wanted all the basketball players and all the referees and all the police and everybody in that stadium to clear out the floor for them to fight? That would have been the appropriate response. Let's clear it out and let them fight because they boxers now.
I would listen. I'm just saying I would have wanted to fight too.
And I'm not saying you wanting to fight and you calling the scene is two different things. I'm not saying shouldn't have been upset. Of course, especially if he think it's intentional, he should be upset. But he shouldn't be carrying on like a fool, wasting all that time to do nothing. What you gonna do? And then when LeBron was in your face, you could have hit him, sir. That's my whole point. One of my points is you could have hit him when y'all were face to face and you wasn't gushing out that much blood. Secondly, let's say they did let him fight. What next? You get to go home and brag to your boys you punched LeBron James in the face? Because LeBron not gonna fight back. We all know that because he's a professional. But you get to go home and brag to your friends and say, I punched LeBron James in the face. I did this, I did that. Me and you always say if somebody in the fight and the other person not fighting back, what's the point? So what would have been the point?
The point is I'm bleeding and somebody need to get hit. Whether I don't care what happens afterwards, somebody else needs to bleed.
That's crazy. He's not trying to lose because when you're suspended, you lose money for not playing that game.
Yeah, he lost money.
You think they want to fight LeBron anyway? Because obviously, I guess Isaiah wanted to do something. But you think LeBron wanted to get in a fight and lose all this money? LeBron missing one game is like him missing 18 money wise.
You don't
so
know
he
that.
ain't gonna lose that
don't
much
put
money.
That out there
LeBron gonna lose
lost
way
a lot of
more
money
than LeBron James.
He lost more money, but it ain't equivalent to no 18 games.
I'm just throwing the number out there because I remember with the malice at the palace. The malice at the palace. Jason O'Neal didn't start the fight, but he lost the most money because he was the one most paid. He didn't even start the fight.
That's how it works. That's how things work.
So that's what I'm saying. So LeBron would lose way more money if they would have got into a brawl. LeBron and both would have been suspended against 5 games. LeBron would have lost way more money than Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah would have lost money.
Have an open mind about
I do have an open mind. You just agreed with me and said LeBron would have lost more money.
If the tables would turn and LeBron did that,
LeBron wouldn't have. That's the point.
But if
it wouldn't have happened, you don't think LeBron got dirty hit before? He didn't act like a buffoon. He did not act like a buffoon.
Okay, but he called people bitches in the audience, though.
Okay, did he hit the person or act like he wanted to run up there and hit
on this pedestal?
I don't have him on a pedestal.
Yes, you do. You think he does nothing wrong?
This could have been second comment. This could have been two other people, and my reaction would have been saying this could have been Isaiah and freaking Russell Westbrook, and I would have said, "Why is Isaiah acting like he want to fight Russell Westbrook?" And Russell Westbrook looking at him like, "Are you crazy?" Now, and you and somebody else, I forgot when we was discussing this over Thanksgiving, you and somebody else said something about if it was in the streets, they would have fought. And I agreed. But this wasn't the streets. Yes, if they were playing a pickup game at the court around the corner and that happened, yes, go ahead and let them fight it out. But this isn't that. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. And you got to be able to hold your composure, young man.
No. So in that case, you should. But you was on Artest's side when he did it to the person. I was going to bring
that up.
Okay, so how can you be on his
Right.
side and tell him he didn't have to hold his composure, but tell this guy to? Because it's LeBron. Go
Can
ahead.
I answer your question, or
I
you
already
answered
answered
it? That,
it.
but
I
that's
answered
not the
it.
answer. I was going to talk about the boy's age. He's 20 years old. I think LeBron is 36, 37. I don't know. And you can see the maturity level of each person. Secondly, yes, I don't remember. I was watching that game because I was a Pistons game. I was a Pistons fan. So whatever team Jermaine O'Neal was on, that's who I was a fan of. And yes, I was freaking 19 years old. So my 19-year-old brain thought that was okay. Nate, but I'm telling, why you can't accept my truth just because my truth isn't your truth?
No.
I was 19 and immature, so I did like that. But my 35-year-old brain did not like that. Huh?
I didn't say you liked it, but I'm saying if that happened today and somebody threw a bottle at LeBron's face and hit him while he was doing nothing, because that's your guy, while he was laying on the scoreboard or whatever, somebody threw something and hit LeBron, and LeBron went in the audience whatever, you will be perfectly fine today at 35 and at 19. So no, I would not, because first of all, he wouldn't do that. That's what you not. He would do. Oh, you don't know that. You always talk about this guy as if you know him personally. What he did when he got the two fans kicked out. Let's talk about that as well. I think that's what he would have did. That's the next story. Yeah, I forgot to put it on the outline, but it's supposed to be there. That's what he would have did. He would have went to the referee and got whoever threw the bottle and kicked them out. That's exactly what he would have did. So let's talk about when he got those two fans kicked out. I doubt it, because hold on, we're not gonna skip over that. I doubt he would have did that, because even Russell or somebody else that got hit with something on the audience, they wanted to fight too. At that point, it's assault. So if somebody assault me, I'm running to the nearest ref. No, I could get hurt. And this is why people call LeBron battery. What? Go ahead. No, it's battery, not assault, but go ahead. Oh, this is why people call, and I don't mind this, and I'm sure LeBron doesn't. This is why people call him quote unquote soft, because he wouldn't do stuff like that. He's soft, quote unquote, which he doesn't care because he gonna keep his money. I'd rather be soft and have money than a thug and have all the people in the ghetto praising me, but ain't got no money or whatever. So he had two fans kicked out because they said something about, supposedly they said something about his son Bronny. He died in a car wreck, which I don't even know what kind of trash talk that is. Who says that in trash talking or heckling somebody? Who says that? That's crazy, but that's supposedly what they said. But I actually want those people, whoever they are, because I believe it was the woman who said it, and the man probably just laughed. I want somebody to ask her what she said. And I want her to say it with her chest on live TV so we can know what kind of person she is. Because who says that about somebody's child? You can cuss LeBron James out all day. Why you got to bring Bronny in this situation? Bronny don't know you. So I think that was disgusting and despicable. And they should be banned from the thing, not just kicked out. They should be banned. That's crazy. But that was stupid. That was almost like reminded me of when Nene said that girl should get raped by her Uber driver, because it was so uncalled for. That's literally what I thought about when I heard what they said. But no, just before the statement came out of what they said or whatever, or what they allegedly said, the optics was terrible. Like, it was bad, because he literally looked like a school kid going to get their teacher since this person said what A, B, and X. And now the optics was like, it didn't help his not being soft. Yeah, it didn't happen at all. The memes, because that was like the next day or 2 days, 3 days later. It was like so quick after the thing that happened with the Isaiah, that was his name. Yeah, it was the game back, the Pacers game. Yeah, it was a lot of memes out there, but I people think he's soft, but I don't think he cares. But
look, me and Kim was talking about the him and Isaiah thing, for revert back to that for a second. And I don't know if she's saying this because she hates LeBron, because it seems like she does, but let me see if you agree with her. She said he's a dirty, sneaky player. Do you think he's a dirty player or a sneaky player or both? Or none? Which one?
I do think he does stuff like you probably didn't watch it, but I think you know the saying like throw rocks and hide your hand. I think that he's that type of person. So yeah, he is sneaky, and then when it hit the fan, he play innocent or the victim, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think he is sneaky and dirty. Yes, I do. And
so you think he's a dirty player? I just want to repeat that so I can be clear. Because sneaky, I can get sneaky. I can get that.
Yeah.
Dirty. Okay. He's never been accused of that. And never, but I don't think he's a dirty player. You do, whatever. I don't think the hit was intentional, but even like I said, even if it was intentional, to carry on like that was just, and then you get, and I hate to say this, but it's true. You carry on like that, and then you get mad and wonder why people call us thugs. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And I hate to say it. Anyway, let's get my third and final story about him is when he went back to the Pacers game. He shot a clutch 3-pointer, which a lot of people say he ain't clutch. But he shot a clutch 3-pointer, and he did the Sam Cassell. Remember, I think you remember the basketball player Sam Cassell.
I remember the name because he was very unattractive, right?
Okay. Yes. So it was like a big, after he scored the thing, he did the Sam Cassell's big ball celebration gesture or whatever. And I should have sent you the video because a lot of people have done it before. He is not just LeBron since Sam did it. But my thing is, what does that mean? Does that mean he got big balls? Does that mean the balls was in the player's face? His balls was in the player's face when he shot the ball? Like, what does that mean? Like, if you have big balls, is that a good thing sexually?
I assume. Well, I don't know about it sexually, but I know the saying is,
oh, he got big balls. Mean
he brave.
Yeah. But yeah, so he got $15,000 for that. But unless I can Google it or somebody can tell me, this is the first time I've heard somebody get fined for that specific gesture. And he's not the first one to do it after Sam Cassell. That's all I'm saying. They trying to sabotage him.
Oh my God.
They're trying to make him an example because he's the face of the league, and they trying to say we ain't going. They don't. Just because you don't like him, you know LeBron James the face of the league, just like I didn't like Tom Brady, but I admit he's the face of the NFL.
First of
all,
come on. First of all, I don't know why you keep saying I don't like him. I keep telling you
as a player,
I'm not a fan of.
Okay, just because you're not a fan of him doesn't mean
I don't like him.
Okay, just because you're not a fan of his basketball, whatever, doesn't mean you can't admit he's the face of the league.
That was a question. I didn't know.
That was a sarcastic question. Yes, he is.
Was.
So now you know.
Can I see that in writing and not?
I'm about to do this ad, so hold on really quick. Okay. And the ad is for stamps.com. If you're looking for ways to skip the trip to the post office and dodge all the hectic holiday shopping traffic, why not save time and money with stamps.com? Stamps.com lets you compare rates, print labels, and access exclusive discounts on UPS and USPS services all year long. It just makes sense, especially if your business sends more mail and packages during the holidays. In my experience, nobody likes to go to the post office. The lines are out the door. The post office workers don't want to be there. It be 7 registers open, but only 2 people working. Why would you want to do that? Especially around the holidays. So my suggestion is go to stamps.com and make everything easy and convenient for you. Save time and money this holiday season with stamps.com. Sign up with promo promo code POD for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, free postage, and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to steps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code POD, P-O-D. Okay, back to what we were talking about. You don't, I'm answering your question. He is the face of the league. Now the new or the upcoming face, I can give you an upcoming face as well.
I need to know that that's official.
That's not an official.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting.
I thought that's why I asked.
That's not an official title. Like MVP is an official title.
Okay, but that's why I asked when you said that, because I didn't know if that was something official or if it was, what do you say, self-proclaimed?
He didn't self-proclaim it. Everybody else says it. Randy Moss self-proclaimed he was a freak, whatever. That's self-proclaimed. And it wasn't, nobody called him that. Randy Moss, nobody called you super freak or whatever you said your name was back in the day. Okay.
Whatever. So this is not official. Unofficial.
Tom Brady not the face of the NFL then.
And nobody ever said he was.
All right.
So yeah, he's the unofficial face of the NBA.
It's not unofficial. And Tom is the unofficial face of the NFL.
And that's not my favorite player. So
it don't have to be your favorite player.
Okay, so
we agree.
Tampa Bay fans out there, Tom Brady is not the official face of the NFL. To Tampa Bay fans.
Correct. So anything else before I go to the highlight of the week?
My question was answered.
Okay. Highlight of the week. I actually got two. The first one is OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. We talked about his daddy a few weeks ago. His daddy. He scored his first official touchdown with the LA Rams yesterday. It was in the fourth quarter, and it was a 54-yard bomb. And this was the first touchdown he scored since October 4th of 2020. He had gone 10 whole games without scoring a receiving touchdown. So kudos to OBJ. Good job. And my second one is because of the whole incident with Isaiah and LeBron. My second highlight of the week is Ron Artest and Ben Wallace. They both put up at the Pistons-Lakers game on Sunday night, and they took pictures together in unity. So these people have bounced back from what Ben Wallace started, okay? Because it was his fault. And now they see, I don't know if they're friends, but they're at least cordial. Okay, so the picture, we will post the picture of Ron Artest and Ben Wallace in our highlight of the week section in our story this week. You was about to say something?
Oh no, I didn't know what they started. I know those were the two teams in the Madison the Palace, right?
Yeah, Ben Wallace hard foul, Ron Artest.
But that fight had nothing to do with the actual teams.
What? Ben Wallace hard filed Ron Artest at the end of the game. They had been going back and forth all game. Then Ben Wallace hard fouled him, or did Ron Artest? One of them hard fouled each other. I think Ben hard fouled Artest, and then while the referees was trying to figure out if it was a flagrant this, flagrant that, that's when Ron sat on the thing and the cup got thrown. So yeah, that's what had happened. But I guess they are cordial now, so that is good. So maybe in 20 years, we'll see Isaiah and LeBron in a picture. I don't know.
Well, these people, Ron Artest and Ben, were not about to fight.
No, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, okay. Thank you all for listening to this week's episode. Please tune in next week and tell your friends. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at The Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.